Well, I think I've always been interested in science from the time I was little. My mother used to say that I just tormented her with asking questions about why this and why that.
This has been a remarkable year in that we have been able to put together really the cornerstones of what I feel is going to be the leading edge research institute in the world in terms of repairing the brain. Our dream and our goal is to one day have somebody that has a spinal cord injury to walk again, somebody that has a stroke to speak again, somebody that has Parkinson's disease to stop the tremors.
I always like to have something to solve. I like to have a puzzle to solve. So in this way, there are plenty of puzzles in geology. So I didn't have, the puzzles motivate me, the problems motivate me, and say, well, let's go and see how is that. Does it really work like that?
The area of interest that I have is to look at how proteins interact with surfaces. And as an electrochemist, I can put a charge on a surface and study how the proteins interact with these surfaces. Do they associate or agglomerate on the surface? Do they denature or unfold on the surface, and can we control that? So there's many avenues from a fundamental point of view, and we're developing the electrochemical techniques to be able to look at understanding how proteins interact with surfaces.
I'm convinced that creative minds, both in the artistic world and in the scientific world, are really synergistic. So I've been fortunate enough that I've had a foot in each of these worlds. And that has allowed me to be, for example, as an artist, has allowed me to be a better scientist. And my scientific training in the science that I do day by day has allowed me to be a better artist.
You need to train your imagination as well. You don't see everything. If you're dealing with a human aspect, if you are a doctor, you have the people there. When I am dealing with my rocks, the origin of those rocks is is hundreds of kilometers below the earth. So, it's an imagination.
First of all, the scientist must have the interest. And without the interest, you don't have that driving force that's going to drive you to persevere and go after those answers.
I truly believe that any thoughts or any ideas that one may have can become reality if you truly wanted them.
I think science at this time is something that is needed not only by the scientist, but also by everybody, because the world is now complex. The issues are complex. So the scientific knowledge is very important.